Aloha, Flow Riders, and welcome to another edition of The Flow. Yes, it's me, Doc Rock, your community manager here from eCam, and today I got a special co-host because Katie is back in the motherland. Yes, she went to the grand old Canada, the great wife north, to go visit her family, so I had to bring in a few friends to help me out. So here we go. Guys, you know a couple of things to be true in this world. There's some things that are important, and the most important things in the world are Manchester United, the Raiders, and Descript. Today we got Descript. So let's go. I couldn't function without the three, so let's dive in. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me today from Descript is Harmony Jiroudek.
Aloha. Hey.
Yes. How you doing?
So good, Doc. Great to see you.
All right, cool. Man, this is going to be fantastic. As you know, we talk about Descript ad nauseum, and people are like, what is that? Why do I need that? You know, da-da-da-da-da-da. So what a better way to talk about getting your podcast life straight. But it's more than just that. I mean, of course, we use it for our podcast, but I use it for everything. Like, it's kind of incredible. I am one of these people that strongly believe in have your eCam on all the time. So we say ABR, always be recording, right? So I have eCam open any given moment of the day. When I have the most randomest brain farts about whatever, I was like, you know what? This will make a good reel. I just press record and then say what I got to say. Edit in Descript, do a couple of little things to it. I got my karaoke, like, you know, text at the bottom, captions on the screen. I don't know where our country gets karaoke from. Anyway, so I love to be able to generate, you know, quote unquote audiograms, but they're actually better than audiograms at this point. It's not even a videogram. It's just the real captions. I would just not give it any fancy names. I am so over the moon for you to talk to people about it. So I'm not going to do the boring thing where everyone asks you, you know, where are you from and what do you do, whatever. I know where you're from. I know what you do, and anybody else can look it up. We're going to talk about some of the new changes in Descript, and I'm ecstatic. It's always been great to me, but I think the new changes makes it easier for people that are even far more removed from the inability to edit. So you want to talk about some of the new features?
Certainly, Doc. And it's so nice to see some of the folks in the chat. I see Eden from Camo. So lovely to see you. Eden. I'm using Camo right now, too, by the way.
Nice.
Well, yeah, appreciate you having me on the show, Doc. And yeah, super excited about some of the recent updates into Descript. As you've probably seen, there's all brand new redesign. So really streamlined user interface. But along with that, we've added things like a stock media library, templates, always improving studio sound, always improving some of our other AI features like Overdub. So yeah, excited to get into it today. But yeah, the main thing is that brand new UI. When it comes to video editing, there's also some additional things that we've incorporated, like what we're calling scenes. So a scene is a really easy way to create an edit point in the script, as opposed to having to go down into the timeline. And some really cool animation features, green screen, chroma key. So let's get into it.
Dude, the new scenes thing is so incredible. People, listen, you guys know, and Keely somewhere in the chat, like Keely's nickname is Command K because it's the same like in Descript. The command to do everything in Discord is also Command K. So there's two things you need to know about Descript: Command K and slash. If you got those two done, you're square. You can do pretty much anything else. It's like golf, right? If you get your putting down first, everybody wants to go to the driving range. There needs to be a lot more putting ranges because I play with a bunch of jokers that we get to the green in 3, and then we're on the green for 6 weeks. So yes, let's go. Let's dive in. Let's see what we got.
Awesome. So I'm going to share my screen here. So what we're seeing here is the new Descript. As you can see, kind of like a streamlined experience where over here on the left, we've got our script. And for those of you that are new to Descript, in a nutshell, it's a collaborative audio and video editor that works like a doc. So you don't have to go down into the timeline. You can just literally text-based editing, right like so. So delete the stuff that you want to get rid of, and that removes the underlying audio and video, which is pretty magical. And I'm not a formally trained video editor, but now when I have a task where I have to go and actually edit something down, I'm like, ooh, this is kind of fun and not super time consuming. That's really kind of the core magic of Descript. From there, there's some really cool AI features that are built in that will save you time and energy. So for example, when I record something, I've got Marilyn and Petra here on screen, but I am painfully aware of how much I use like. Doc, what about you? Like, does that come up for you at all?
I'm see now you just said it, and I started with for the
Yeah.
most part, I'm not a heavy but it's because I come from radio, and the thing that I was always taught, and when I teach people that are in my group, I teach them the ether and then so I still say it, but just like
Yeah.
you heard that pause, that's me umming. So when I'm doing the thing and all of a sudden I bust into a full Barack Obama, and then that's me umming. I am fully umming, but I'm umming inside the melon.
So even for folks that are really articulate, like Doc and others, an or still might slip out. So you can easily go in, right? And sometimes some of those filler words are good. You might not want to get rid of all of them, but you can go up to the drop down here and decide which filler words you want to get rid of. So maybe not all of them, but maybe just the and repeated words, perhaps.
So quick question. Can you add your own filler words? Because I am not an but I am a I'm forever with the so. I was like,
Yes.
I feel like I should be a freaking seamstress. When I look at the script, I sew so many dang times, and I'm not trying to reap all of my sews.
So that is a good question. Right now, you can't add your own filler words, but if you want to take out the so's and like maybe the kind ofs, you can select those. But for now, it's a predefined list of filler words.
I think the other thing I do a lot as I go, and next, because I'm like, of course it's and next. I'm teaching something in a linear fashion. You don't have to say and next every time. But that one kills me. When I look at my tutorials, and now everybody knows that when they watch eChem tutorials now, they be like, see, I saw you do it, Doc.
Exactly. Well, and that's it. I use verbal cues all the time with the stuff that I record directly into Descript. So if I'm recording a video message or a tutorial, I'll be like, keep that, take 2, and then I'll just do a search for where I wanted to restart. And it makes it super easy to do retakes. But yeah, the filler words have saved me a million times. So I can either fully delete them or ignore them. I like to ignore because that way I can kind of track my editorial decisions as I go through. So if I do strike, now that's just going to skip over that playback. And then later on, if I want to go back and fully delete it, I can. So super useful if, let's say, the two of us, Doc, are collaborating on this together. I could tag you in here, leave a comment. I'll comment at my colleague, Kevin. Should we cut? And Kevin will get notified that he's been mentioned in this project. He can pop in and he can edit this down with me. Or if I could just give him permission to comment, he'll have the ability to respond right here, just like you would in a Google Doc.
Hey, you know what? I never thought about this, but okay. So we have a account. There's 3 of us, but we're a team.
Yeah.
And if I was editing something and I wanted to tag you in, if I just knew your Descript email account, would that allow you to tag in, or do I have to fully invite you to projects?
That's a great question. So they either have to be invited to your drive.
Got it.
Or if they've been added to a project, I could, let's say, give you just access to this project only and not my entire drive. And then once you've been added to a project, I could tag you in to the comments.
See, that is super cool. Okay. So I noticed that one of the most common questions that comes up is about quick editing and Descript. And I'm like, it's all quick editing and Descript. It is really fast. So like I was saying before, people literally, I record stuff in eCam, and when we're done, especially in version 4.0, and now we're in 4.04, which is just hilarious to me because, it's not found. Sorry, I had to slip it in there. You record what you got to say. So you come on and be like, hey, today I'm going to be doing a show talking about blah, 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 blah. Hope you guys can come by. Press edit in Descript. Pull the tightness in, especially for reels and shorts. You want to close the gap. What's really cool about Descript is on the bottom timeline where there are spaces in between the word, you can actually visually see those gaps and close those gaps, right? So if you close those gaps, it tells you how many milliseconds or whatever it is Closing those gaps is what you want for reels and shorts. You want your reels and shorts to do what we say in the business is step over each line. And that's the difference. I noticed this last night, and it's funny. Once you start using Descript, you'll notice bad editing. Okay, because
this is true.
You have a different visual to it. Like, I've been an editor for over 20 years. So I kind of know what bad editing looks like. But for people who don't edit, once you use Descript and you start editing your stuff, you'll see bad edits. So the difference between your local commercials and the commercials done by national TV normally steps over lines in commercials. So when you see a promo for a new video game or for a new movie or something, you'll notice they're always stepping over each line. In other words, as the last syllable of this sentence, the next sentence comes right in, right? Yep. So you close those gaps. Descript makes that so simple.
So easy.
It's so easy.
Doc, what else?
Here's a good one. Let's just say for today, we're going to be chatting a little bit about her music. So right where music is, or on that line itself, how can we slip in a guitar or a piano fingers on that second paragraph?
So where she's share her music here?
Yeah, there you go. That'll work. How can you slip in the B-roll right there?
Totally. The way I like to break this up, I like to hit enter and then add a slash. I do enter just to like kind of keep my thoughts organized.
Yes.
And instead, I want to pull in some B-roll literally just on this sentence. So I'm going to go up into this is another awesome new feature, our stock media library. I'm going to go into our video section and I'm going to search for piano and let's see, that'll work. That looks good.
Perfect.
So click it, drag it in. And so now it's going to add that B-roll and we'll see down in the timeline, we've got our script track and now that B-roll. Easy peasy.
Man, this is crazy, right? So what I try to explain to people, and I know this is different for most, is I just chop it into script really quickly, right? And then I'm going to go into Final Cut and do this little weird saucy stuff. But you don't have to. If you're not into doing all of the, extra twirls, and like if you can leave well enough alone, first of all, never get into the habit of doing it the way that people like Luis and I do it, because you'll be there for hours just doing dumb minor tweaks. But if you can just get it out, which is the best thing to me about Descript, is it allows you to just get it out. Right?
Stuff that normally would have taken a couple hours, you can now do in 30 minutes or less.
Oh, this is so good. I was just on Wednesday hanging out with you guys in the Overdub laboratory, and people, you have to see Overdub. I can't explain to you how amazing it is. And then it's funny to me because I'm listening to all these people talking about text-to-speech synthesis. And I was like, well, what if you did text-to-speech synthesis that sounds like you? Never mind the weird Siri voice.
It's kind of wild. So I'm gonna show a quick demo here of what that looks like. So I'm gonna thank you for joining today's podcast with Doc and Luis. Okay, so I'm typing what I want my voice to say, and in this case, I'm typing out brand new dialogue, but I can also use Overdub. Let's say if I flub a word and I meant to say, look to the left, and I meant to say right. Doc, you create a lot of tutorial content. So
yes,
Overdub has saved me so many times so that I don't have to go back and re-record the whole thing.
I plead the fifth.
Exactly.
Luis is laughing really hard on the floor right now.
I've trained my voice for about 30 minutes. You can get up to, once you train it up to 45, 60 minutes, you're going to start to reach that maximum production quality level.
It's amazing. It's super amazing. Now, there's two ways to do that. You can read the scripts, or the scripts. That's funny when I said that. You can read the scripts, or you can just have it listen to audio that you do. It's super incredible. Like, it's super good. So you have a last season of your podcast, just have it listen to all of your last season of your podcast. And now it will sound exactly like you in your podcast mode. Kevin said, oh, my podcast voice is different from my tutorial voice.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
I don't think mine is any different, but yeah, it is. Okay. Now, after Kevin said that, I had to go back and listen. And it's just because you're in a different flow or a different level of hype. So you might not want to come off as Psycho Doc in a tutorial. So I can record a toned down version for your tutorials and just set it up as a different overdub voice. It's crazy.
Totally. And there's a bunch of we've also got what we call styles too. So if you want to hear Doc excited, Doc sad, Doc monotone, you can create different.
Do sad.
Yeah, you don't want to sad, but different levels of excitement. You can create a style and then write a paragraph out in that particular style.
Oh, it's so good. So good. So of the new features, what would you say has been your favorite?
So I've got two favorites. I don't know if I can do that, but so
you can do whatever you want. You're Harmony.
One is templates. So I saw in the comments here that people love using Descript for the purpose of, taking long form content and then repurposing it into, smaller bite-sized experiences. So if I want to take just this paragraph, I'm going to use my duplicate to option here. That means it's going to create a composition just made up of this selection. So if I want to take Petra and I'm going to slap on a template here that I've pre-made. So this has her branding colors, her name, her captions. I'm going to add that here and I'm going to match that orientation. And now it's got all of those elements that I pre-baked, ready to go. So anytime I make something for Petra in the future, I can just use her template and it's good to go and then publish it out. If it's like to YouTube or if I just need to export it to my machine, easy peasy.
People, in my group coaching, right, I tell everybody you should be doing shorts at this point, right? Shorts are the move. Well, I don't have time and shorts is too hard and this, that, and the third. Okay, record it in Ecamm,
yes.
Press edit in Descript, edit it, and then slap the text on like such and then send it. Here's the important part of that entire situation. I think people who try to use Descript in the beginning, right, they immediately want to go and edit a 1 hour podcast. I would tell you, if you want to get up to speed with Descript quickly, just do shorts. Make 5 shorts with it. So you come into Ecamm, you say something that's supposed to be a minute, but it took you 3. It's okay. Just record it, go into Descript and put that minute back together. Do it in 15-second, 30-second, 1-minute chunks, like short clips for promoting your podcast. Use it for that first. You'll get up to speed much quicker because when you look at a full lengthy paragraph, it might be daunting to some of y'all because I know y'all. So just do it just what she did right here. Here's a short thing. It's probably going to come out to like 30 seconds when she's done and game over. Actually, that's less than 30 seconds. A paragraph should take you about 12.
Exactly. And then shorten it down if you're like, whoops, actually, I need to keep this at like 14 seconds. Just delete. And now we see, cool, we got it down to around 14 seconds.
See, it's so good. I think that's another thing. So in radio, we have a situation we call hitting the post, right? And so you may have noticed sometimes when you hear a song that you just hear on your iTunes, it starts right at you're a musician. I can explain this to you easier. It starts right at the beat, right? But when we do it for DJ stuff, we put in an intro 16 or intro 8, sometimes the intro 32, house music all night long, right? So as a DJ, when we're doing the conversational piece or the promotional piece, we do what's called hitting the post, right? So even for a podcaster that has an intro, if your intro starts out with a naked 16, instead of just playing that naked 16, you start and you talk in that 16 beats. Descript is really good because you keep doing it enough. You know how long things take to say. Like your timing of saying stuff in a spot becomes better because you can see by that timeline, like what you say and how you say it and sort of what hitting your post is. We just do it rhythmically in our ears. But if you don't have that musical talent, it really does help you. This is going to sound crazy. I've never said this out loud before, but I think Descript will make you a better speaker presenter.
I 100% agree with that, Doc. It brings sort of like a level of self-awareness that might not have been there before. And when you record directly and then can watch it back right away, you're like, oh, okay, I know exactly what I need to fix. And we're going to shave the beginning off. And yeah, hopefully it's made me a better speaker.
Okay, so Paul said I've been using Descript a lot, taking videos that have already been posted, cleaning up the transcript files, adding closed captions. when working with videos that have already been posted, you can make major edits. You can only correct spellings and add missed words. Otherwise, you mess up the timings and the captions won't match. Yes and no. Somebody else said that in the Overdub workshop. No, because once you put the captions back in YouTube, you can open up the caption editor in YouTube, which is not changing words, but you can slide the captions to get back in sync. And once you put them back in sync, they'll normally stay caught up. So it's actually relatively easy to put captions back in order.
Yeah, nice.
There. All right. So what, man, see, there's so many cool stuff that when I have time to think of like, oh, what should we show people in the script? I'm like, oh, there's so many. There's so many.
Well, there's so much, but the one other thing I would add.
Oh yeah, the second one. That's right.
The second one is the stock media. So, for example, if Petra, if I wanted to put some background music behind Petra, and maybe I missed adding it on the template, I can go into my media drawer here, and I'm going to go down to music, and maybe I want to add like this looks good. And I just select it, bring it onto the script, and then we'll see that represented down in the timeline as well. And we'll see that little pin track. So now I can go into that track. I can bring the volume down a little bit, or I can even add ducking too, so that if I want Petra's voice to be a little bit louder than the music, I can add that. So that's my other favorite feature is the stock media library. It's saved me a bunch of times.
So good. Yes. I think one thing a lot of people don't realize too, that's kind of, you'll see it in stuff you watch all the time and you might not think about it. But another good thing you can do is, okay, like say you want to do a 15-second short, but whatever you're going to say vocally is maybe like 8 seconds. You can put a clip in the middle, right? You can add an additional clip. You can add a B-roll. You can add a B sound or a sound over picture, make the sound come up and then drop back down. So it's like a natural breath. So you can do a lot more with this. I did templates thing. I haven't made any.
Oh, you got to do it.
I've been doing it out of the speed of the way I've been doing it. So if I make a, say, real type thing, because I like to do the captions on the picture, like sort of karaoke style, I can just say save as a template once I, do my letters and stuff the way I like it.
Exactly. So this is also something that's relatively new is this scene rail here. If you right click on that scene, if you like how all of your elements are built, you can just save to template, and then that'll be available in your template drawer here. Yeah, easy as that.
Ooh, child. Okay. All right. This is cool. Now, this comes up a lot. Okay, so I have words like embiggen. I have my random words. How does one add their own term of art to the dictionary? Because like Keely, for instance, I know for a fact it won't know field hockey words. It also won't know swearing at the level Canadians swear. So I'm joking, Keely. How can you add like things to your own dictionary so that it knows those spellings?
So we've got this handy feature built in. If you go to File and go to Transcription Glossary, this is a way for you to make the AI smarter. So we use AI automatic transcription when you upload or record directly into Descript. And then for words that it might not identify, it's AI, so it's pretty good. But you want to get it as close to 100% as possible. So you can program specific acronyms, words, terms that you use. My background's in e-learning, so I have a bunch of acronyms that I frequently use here. I also just added my last name because it never used to get that right. So drop them in here and you're done.
Yeah, it never gets Doc Rock right for a while. It gets it now. And it always switched Ecamm to some other random stuff. I finally fixed it, but I had to show that because I was just fixing it in my head over and over and over again. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go figure this out. Once I figured it out, I'm like, more people need to know about this because I know if you are medically inclined maybe or legally inclined, when you say frolic and detour, you're not talking about playing outside or taking a wrong turn. Like it's a whole different meaning in the legalese. So you want to give it some context. All right. Only like Keely and one other person that went to law schools know what the heck a frolic and detour is. Anyway. So Big Rich, my partner in crime, he has an excellent question. He says to overdub a two-person talking head podcast, do you need to have two accounts? Good question.
Yes. So Rich is talking about, let's say your interviewee says something incorrect and you need to like fix it for them.
Yeah. Like in your first example, you
Yeah.
had Petra and Marilyn.
Yep.
I was getting ready to act like I forgot, but I can read right there on the screen. So, like, Petra is Descript. So, like, how would you sub out Marilyn if she didn't have a Descript account? I guess that's his question.
So yeah, they would both need to have Descript accounts. They would also need to be on the same drive. And what I mean by that is when you set up your account, you'll have your drive that you set up and then any additional members that you add to it. So I could set up, let's say if I invited you, Doc, to my drive, you could set up a voice here and then you would have to explicitly share it with me so that I'd be able to use it. Otherwise, only you would be able to use your voice.
Yes, this was really cool. And something that people, I want to stop you guys from freaking out all the time. People get freaked out and go, oh, this is so scary. No, it's not. It's amazing. Right? So people are like, well, what if someone's going to deepfake my voice? You have to give consent for overdub and you have to be able to click the consent decree. So yeah, even if I wanted to give her access to my voice, I have to literally go through the consent process in order to give her access to use my voice in an overdub. So yeah, stop being freaked out. Like you can be freaked out all you want, but all of the people that are using all of the cool AI tools, they are going to run right past you. And I used to say like in the next year or two, I swear it's in the next 3 to 6 months. Like anybody who's not putting away their fear of AI and jumping in the game right now, you are going to get eaten in the next 6 months. How about be scared of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's coming. The future is here. We need to be educated about how to use it and have some best practices, so that we're using it in the most meaningful and impactful way. That's my opinion.
Bingo. As we say in Hawaii, bingo, bango, pickle, mango. Yes. Figure out how to use it to help yourself do stuff good. And all of the people that are going to try to cheat, yes, they're going to try to cheat, but they don't normally last very long. So I don't even think about them. I let them do their thing and they just disappear. Paul has a fantastic question. And I have run into this in the past. When I'm doing stuff for my content, especially for YouTube and, doing eCam stuff, if I go to bring up the word SM7B, and I add it to the dictionary, it doesn't like 7, right? It doesn't like ZV-E10. Have they updated in the recent versions in order to be able to put in numbers?
So not yet. I wanted to double check. Not yet. And I would say for those of you that are using Descript and there are a couple of things here and there that are missing, please add it to our feature requests. So you can access that down on the bottom right-hand corner. Go to feature requests, and I think that one's already there. So go upvote it, and I'll go upvote it afterwards.
Yeah, me too. This is super funny. Junior, can you tell Chris Cast Ahead how good pickle mangoes are? He has no idea. They're so delicious. We fight over them here.
That actually sounds really good.
It's really good.
I've never had one before.
All right. So it was funny because I said to you, like, what were your 2 favorite features? And you gave 2 fantastics. I think for me, it is definitely, the first one is the same. The media stuff I was always doing anyway, as an editor. Like we always had stock media libraries from day one. But I do like the fact that it's built in, even though sometimes I'll probably change it to something different when I get, to actually editing. I like to do my own B-roll when possible. Nice. It's not always possible. So if you can, like, this is really cool because you can add that. But I'm sure, can you pick it from your own drive?
Oh, totally. Yeah. So if you've already sourced all of your material that's on your desktop, just drag it in, like drag it on top of the word that you want to have it over. And then you can manipulate it down in the timeline based on the timing if you want it to start like a few words later or before.
So good. Now, here's a question. This is my second part. Yeah. What is the one feature right now for any person that's diving into the script right away, or for someone who's been using it a long time, what is the one thing in the new features they should probably check out?
I would say it depends on the type of media you're working with. If you're working primarily with video, you got to check out scenes. That's like the first and foremost thing that you got to use. If you're primarily working with audio only projects, I would say stock media, because you can pull in ambi, if you have sound effects and you use it pretty much the same way that you did in Descript Classic. There's a couple things to check out with audio only. Over here on the left, I can go in and out of what we call correct mode and write mode. So if you just want to use it in terms of your pre-production phase and script stuff out, this is a really easy way of going in and out of write, correct, and then overdub if that's something that you're also doing as well.
Yes. In the past, that was the one thing that would slow me down.
Yeah.
Is like being in write mode versus correct mode, right? I would always press the freaking wrong one. And then I got into the habit of E and C and E and C and E and C. But then there's other times where E and C would just start adding E's and C's to my to my transcript. So like that part would drive me crazy. But I tell you people for sure, the new version has made it a lot easier. Oh, now you just gave me a feature request. I just want the paper to change from like white to canary or white to like light blue when you're in the different modes. So when I change the mode, just change the paper slightly tint, right? You know how remember Apple sticky notes in like OS 10, brand new OS 10, those kind of pale colors. So it not really throws off the thing, but you could tell right away when you're in the wrong mode.
Yeah, it will light up blue, but then you hit just escape to get out of that mode. But I like the idea of having it slightly tinted in the background too.
Yeah, if you tape the paper, it's so much obviouser.
Yeah.
See, Descript was going to have fun with that, Katie. It's so much more obvious. Vincent asked a question earlier about doing timelines in Chinese. And I can just tell you, Vincent, Katie is like, Doc, you really got to stop saying Japanese words in the flow because Descript just chokes on it. It doesn't know what the heck you said. Gomenasai.
It'll do its best.
What are we at? 26 languages, right? Is that correct? Or is it 23?
I think we're at 23 right now.
23. All right, Jordan.
Yeah.
That works.
Yep. And you can go into your preferences. Let's go to app settings. So for your default transcription language, you can set that here. Otherwise, just tell it to always ask you before you start transcribing. So if Doc and I were having a conversation in German, we could choose German instead and then transcribe there.
Nichts verstanden Deutsch. Wie geht ab? Yeah, that's about it. I can ask for extra beer. Yeah, it's funny because being stationed in Germany, I should be able to say more things, but I do know how to order food. So I get a Wiener Schnitzel or Ram Schnitzel.
You got the essentials.
Lingonberry tort. What else is there? Strudel.
Yeah.
Käsespätzle. Oh, the best.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Käsespätzle and Wiener Schnitzel. Yes. Okay, see, stop talking about food. Anyway, man, this is so cool. I think that there is this huge misunderstanding somehow that like, oh, when we tell people like you should just jump on Descript, like, oh, well, I have to learn a new thing. I don't really think so. Descript is so easy that I think pretty much anyone can do it. You guys create a metric ton of content in either the YouTube channel or the Crowdcast, walk-alongs, or now the Discord channel, right? So you can pop in the Discord. So people, just try it. How can somebody try this if they want to try it?
Excellent question. Just go to Descript.com and sign up for free. There's a big sign up button in the top right-hand corner. That'll set you up with a free account. You'll be able to either try recording or uploading files. And then from there, depending on, the amount of content that you are working on, you could either choose our creator or pro plan and go from there.
Sugoi. Oh, okay. That's just messing with Katie. That means awesome in Japanese. There is actually, if you go to the Ecamm's perks page, we actually also have a link in there. And I believe that's Ecamm Fam. If you're an Ecamm subscriber, you're part of Ecamm Fam, we actually get you a little discount on your Descript game. But people, you've got to try this out. So Steve asked a really good question. Steve said that he has been trying to get multiple tracks in, meaning isolated tracks from an interview, like how to get them in to Descript. Well, Steve, I can tell you the Ecamm way. If you're using 4.0, press the button when you're done.
Hit edit and Descript.
There you go. That's it. It's a one button press. But if you have a different way, what would be the other way someone could do it?
Yeah, great question. So I'm going to create a blank composition, and all you're going to do is make sure that your files are synced before you bring them into Descript. But all you're going to do is, let's just pull these guys in here. So in this case, I've got 2 tracks. If it's 3, 4, 5, just select them all at once. Drag them in, wait till the screen turns blue. And then at that point, you're going to go through a couple modals here. You're going to say, let's transcribe. And here, then you're going to add your speaker labels. So in this case, I'm adding Marilyn. And then I've got Petra here. This goes to show naming conventions for your files, very important here. And then you're going to want to make sure you're checking off combine into a multi-track sequence. So what that does is it essentially creates a container for your 2 files. So you'll be able to, once we say done, that's going to allow me to go into what we call our sequence editor and remove things like, crosstalk or background noise. So if I right click here, I can edit sequence. And so if I see there's like a little bit of crosstalk here. I'm going to go into my range tool, get rid of that. It's as easy as that. So sequence editor is really useful if you have multiple tracks for each file, and it gives you some added flexibility when making edits.
You mentioned an important part, which is syncing your audio tracks. Those of us that have Final Cut, we can sync things super easy. On Descript's website, in the help section, they actually have an article called How to Properly Sync Your Audio Tracks.
Yes.
I would paste it into the chat for you, but I'm not using my normal machine, so I can't copy and paste to my phone right now. So, I mean, those are the things that are going to help you. All I do all the time when I'm working with people, and I know we're going to do a thing like that, even when I record by myself, I go, and then I start, because that shows me a visual spike in the timeline, and I know exactly where to stop my cuts. It makes life easier. So in a place like now, where I have this camera, the one back there, and the one in front, if I clap my hands real quick, it'll spike all of those microphones, super easy to line up, and it makes your job a heck of a lot simpler. There we go.
And the good news is that if you were like, man, actually there was a third, camera angle or a third track that I forgot to bring in, you can go into your sequence and then add a new track, and then you'll be good to go. But create a sequence from the get-go.
Now, the last one, I really got to make sure we cover this before we leave, because I think it's important to people. Can you talk a little bit about studio sound?
I sure can. So studio sound is my other favorite feature. This has saved me so many times. So I like to think of it as almost like an Isotope RX Lite. So it's speech enhancement and background noise removal. So if I was recording something on Zoom and my dog barks or, something's going on in the background, I can literally just switch it on and then dial up the intensity. So if I want a little bit of the room reverb, I can maybe keep it around 80%. You're going to turn on studio sound, dial up the intensity to wherever it looks good and sounds good, and you're going to be on your way.
Yep, for the most part. Now, the thing about these studio sound enhancers, or even Alphonic, some of the other things that are out there similar like this, believe it or not, I used to use the Isotope a lot. When I first started doing my podcast, I think I got into Isotope like way back at version 4. It's at like version 10 or something now. And at first glance, if you were to just go buy Isotope, it's not cheap. I don't think it's too expensive. It's just under $300, but it will save audio clips like you wouldn't understand. Way back in the day when I was in the broadcast sales, I used to sell these machines, and they were built on Silicon Graphics workstations, and it was a software called Sonic Solutions. It was over $100,000. And now studio sound, Alphonic, things like that, they are doing with noise reduction and voice sweetening what I legit used to sell to production studios for over $100,000. And I am mind blown by them. So yes, if you're not going to buy something like Isotope, they do have an Elements, which is like $50 or whatever, which is also pretty good. It equalizes things for you. It levels. For instance, like if I am louder than say Harmony or Katie or whomever, it will help level things out. It just really can help you clean up your sound, not to mention take out some of my boom. I saw you hit the EQ button because like I am going to be way boomier than anyone else. So I can literally go in and do some work with the parametric EQ to take some of my boom out, because in certain car stereos, when I used to do commercials for the radio, I would rock those things.
Yeah, so super easy to go in and manipulate that from the properties panel over here on the right.
Oh, it's so awesome.
And I saw a question from Kimberly. So Kimberly, you can, is this available on the Pro plan? So Studio Sound is available on all plans. I think on the Creator plan, you can only use Studio Sound up to like 60 minutes. So if you want like the full power of Studio Sound, I would recommend the Pro plan.
Yeah, I think we should cover pricing because someone's going to ask, and I'm going to just say, go Pro. Don't even waste your time. But, people get mad at me when I say stuff like that. They're like, what is $24 a month? That is 2.5 Starbucks. Like, drink water and get Descript. It will make you happier and your anxiety will go down. I can make you a mean cup of matcha instead.
I will say, yeah, it's super reasonable, especially considering, other tools that we use in our daily lives, right? So yeah, it can be as little as $12 up to $30 a month, depending on the plan you go for.
When I first started, there was no Creator plan. What is the primary difference between Creator plan and Pro plan?
So you've got the Creator plan. The main difference is a couple things. One is just the difference in transcription hours that you get every month. With the Creator plan, you'll have 10 hours of automatic transcription every month. When you go up to Pro, you'll have 30. So let's say if Doc and I were on the Pro plan together, well, we'd have 60 hours. So regardless of the plan that you're on, all of your hours pool like a family cell phone plan. So that's the main thing to know here.
I like that. Good analogy.
But yeah, and then for example, with Studio Sound, you can use it up to, yep, I remembered, right, 60 minutes, whereas it's unlimited with Pro. You'll also have unlimited access to the stock media, unlimited access with Overdub. So again, kind of just depends on the work that you're doing and the amount of content that you need to transcribe.
Okay, Paul says, is the transcription time billed on the time it takes or the actual length? Paul, you got to edit faster. No, I'm joking.
That's a great question. It's based on the length of the file. So if I upload a 60-minute interview, it's going to count 60 minutes towards your monthly transcription.
Okay, and Vinny says, do we have to set up anything in order for YouTube to go to Descript? It's the other way around, but I know what you meant, Vinny.
Oh, sorry, to publish out to YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you're good to go. So once you've got your video here, publish, got to YouTube, you will be prompted to sign in, but then it will be uploading everything in the background. So it'll just prompt you to sign in to your YouTube account from there.
Yeah, and guys, here's the cool thing about it. If you're doing an audio-oriented podcast and you're done with your audio edit, you got everything together, the music been on, the head, the tail, the EQ's all square, you can publish straight to like Captivate and a couple of other places. I know the answers. I'm just skipping those because I love Captivate. Actually, I'm going to be speaking on Captivate tomorrow. So yes, I love the fact that you can come in and do it. The reason why it's grayed out right now is because there's video involved, and Captivate, it's primarily an audio podcast type situation, but it's really cool that you can see all of the places. Like, fam, you got eWeber, Headliner, Hello Audio. Did I say AWeber or eWeber? Sorry,
eWebinar.
That's what I was trying to say. YouTube and like Wistia, like it's all in there. Like it's really weird. Okay, in the Army, we have a thing against these multi-tools, right? Like, they normally are really good in a pinch, but never really good at what they need to do. Descript ain't that. Okay, it seems like a multi-tool, but in the end of the day, it's doing the same thing, but it just does the same thing in a bunch of different facets, right? Mm-hmm. I guess it's a fantastic editor. It is a great offline editor for anybody that knows what that means. I don't have to explain it to you. Anybody else, don't worry about it. It is probably the fastest offline editor I've ever used in my life, and I've been doing this for a long time. It is fantastic for generating social media content, and for us podcast people, it is fantastic for repurposing your clips. When I'm going around the country, when you see me post something on the social medias that says, I'm going to be speaking at NAB, what I'm telling people is record an eCam, offline in Descript and use those clips to send to all of your social platforms, because now I should make a template. I just do it quickly, so I don't really make templates, and now I just realize how dumb that is. I'm making templates today, like absolutely today. Oh, I know somebody we skipped, and I know there's some people out there, course creators. You should get on this ASAP. Between Ecamm and Descript, your course creation process gets cut in half. I'm gonna just call a number and say half, and disagree with me, I'll just talk to me. I'll show you why.
I totally agree. Yeah, it'll save you time. It'll allow you to focus more on your teaching and not the technology.
You know, speaking of that, probably every time you get told or asked or voluntold, whatever, I tell my people voluntold, whenever you get voluntold to come onto one of these shows and talk about Descript, how many people know about the screencast sort of capability of Descript, like the Loom killer? First of all, I think Loom is, never mind, not as good. It's not as good as Descript, but yet everybody knows the Loom thing. Can you tell people about that real quick? Because I think it's something that a lot of people would use more, especially when you have to explain stuff to family members, which is I use it primarily for. And secondarily, I use it to explain things to Ken and Glenn real quick, because it's better than me typing a long email.
Totally. And that's my goal this year in 2023, is to send fewer emails and more video messages or tutorials. But no, you hit it right on the nose, Doc. So if you want to do a screen recording or a quick camera recording or even audio only, you can just record directly in and then publish it right away. And then if you do need to make a couple quick edits, you can totally do that, but it gives you that speed and agility that you need when you need to like just get a quick training piece of material out or a quick video message. It's as easy as that. Just hit record and then publish.
See, I'm telling you, this thing is glorious. Okay, like say you created an app, right? Ecamm, or you created a new workflow for everybody in the company, and you just want to show, like, listen, people, when you come into open this spreadsheet right here, stop editing this cell. Every time you guys edit this cell, it breaks the spreadsheet. I got to go back and fix it. You can just have this open, do what you got to. It gives a transcript as well. So for those of you who insist on sending emails, I'm looking at some people in my company, you can copy and paste that into something like ChatGPT. It says, please make this email shorter.
Yep. Summarize it.
I'm not calling any names, but please make this shorter and send it out. So the last pro tip that I think I want to give to everyone who's out here playing in these streets, I just recently unleashed this dragon on Katie, and it exploded her head, and she's been having a blast. Take your podcast. After you've done, take the Descript from the Descript. Take the transcript from Descript and throw it into any of your favorite AI writers, ChatGPT, Jasper, whomever, and say, turn this into a blog post, right? Take out any jargon and explain it in clear and concise terminologies, and it will spit you out a blog post at a 5th grade level. Sorry, America. Then say, okay, this is fantastic. Now I need you to give me a summary that fits in 240 characters. Done. All right, great. Now I need you to give me a bunch of social media posts under 100 words with the impactful elements of this. Boom. All done for you right after. But the key element is you want the transcript out of Descript.
Exactly. So I just exported a Word version, but you can export it in like RTF or text. And yeah, to Doc's point, it's super easy to get that transcript out. Turn it into a blog, or even for accessibility purposes, if you're adding this, in your show notes section. So yeah, super easy to get that transcript out.
I know people in the blogosphere that literally press record in Ecamm and speak out their entire blog. And then go into Descript, have it transcript, and then send it to their writer, editor, Grammarly, or do it themselves, turn it from there into a blog post. Believe it or not, when I was writing a lot for AOL, they should tell us to try to write more like we speak. People read that better, because if we're nerds and we just type what's in our brain, people would be like, go into terminal and do what? What's terminal? That's where you plug it into the wall. I already have it plugged in. No, dummy. I'm talking about the terminal inside the user folder inside of, applications. They're like, what? Yeah, it's It's brilliant. Harms, I gotta tell you, I think you just melted people today. If you don't learn anything else, slash Command K. Everything else is from there. So how can people find out more, learn more, or about Descript? Let us know.
Yeah, so there's a number of ways. So if you're in the app, click on that little question mark in the bottom right-hand corner. You can access our help center from there. Also, we have a great YouTube channel full of wealth of knowledge, tutorials, quick little bite-sized tips. And then we also do office hours on Discord. And my buddy Marcelo also does office hours on Twitch. So lots of different ways to engage with us and meet our community.
Ooh, man, people, I'm just telling you, this is your opportunity to run past people who refuse to learn new things because it's not very hard. And I think of it like a lubricant or something, right? All of this stuff is easier, but the more you can make it run smoother, the more content you'll create. The more content you create, the faster you climb up that authority ladder. That's the word we're looking for.
I love that.
Whenever you're trying to get picked up or get a new job even, or I want to be seen as a thought leader in a particular category, the fastest way to do that is generate content. And so all of the weird, I don't like my voice, who cares? I don't like how I look, who cares? Like that stuff got to go. That's going to keep you stuck somewhere. But if you get out there, you just start doing things, trust me, it makes a big difference. And I know because I have people in my community who I am watching fly right now because they've taken this content thing by storm. And now they're showing up on speaking stages all around the world. So this is your opportunity to stop making excuses and start making content.
Exactly. Time is now.
I'm done soapboxing. Then normally when we have musically inclined guests, we have them like play us out. I'm not going to make you sing us out this time.
I appreciate that.
I should have sent you the beat to the flow outro and like, okay, sorry, you got to come up with a song for this. This is the flow. Don't get me singing. Oh my god, guys, this has been fantastic. How can they find you if they want to bother you? Ask you questions about Descript. How can they get a hold of you, Harmony?
My email is really easy to remember, harmony@descript.com. Reach out to me. I'd be happy would love to meet with you, do a demo or Q&A, whatever you'd like. You can also find me on LinkedIn as well. So yeah, please reach out.
Super amazing. And I appreciate you for coming today and showing the Flow Riders what it is. People, show your love and support for Harmony. If you see her on the socials, tell her hi. And if we ever have an ECAM event and we tell you Harmony's going to be there, just show up. Because when she did her session at our last event, everybody was just sitting there face on the floor like, oh my God. And the script's got 10 times better since then. Like, that's the part you guys work at a level like we work. I think that's where our teams get along so well, is like we're just hammering away on making it better and better and better. All I keep saying, I'm gonna say this every time, and I don't want you to snitch on anything because I don't want you to get in trouble with Jay. I want everybody who's watching this right now to just keep this nugget in the back of your head. Guess who just came in Sugar Daddy Descript? And when they start adding their stuff to Descript stuff, words I'm not allowed to say on this podcast without an explicit stamp. That's all I got to say. I don't know when it's coming, but I'm smart enough, and I've been in the tech game since before I had my first date. So trust me, you people, when OpenAI and Descript start merging DNAs,
all I can say is 2023 is going to be a really exciting year.
But that's close enough. Stop snitching, Harmony. I don't want to get you in trouble. It's just common sense. I mean, it's absolute common sense, and it's going to be brilliant. I just want you to know it's going to be brilliant. Anyway, thank you so much, Harmony. You are an absolute rock star. When I come out your way, I'm going to go find some place to see you sing. I'm just saying, I'm going to put you on the spot. Since you snitched on yourself last week, we're going to do karaoke night.
Come to San Diego anytime.
All right. Unlike Donkey Kong. Now, normally, this is where we spit in a really cool, like, promo for our sponsor right now, but you just watched it. Like, legit. Descript is it. Like, Descript is our sponsor right now. We really want to thank you for coming in and checking this out. Please do yourself a favor if you haven't touched it. Please Download it now today and play. It will blow your mind. It is absolutely incredible. Yes, there are discount codes. It is up there, John, in the Ecamm Fan Perks. Paul put the link in the top of the description. It's ecamm.com/blog/perks. You can find the link there. We'll also add it to the description. See what it is? I can never mix these two together. We'll add it to the description at the bottom after this is over. But by all means, please jump on. Flow Riders, you guys know what to do. Every Tuesday at noon, we are here doing this recording live. Come through, bring your questions. You can find all the older episodes at flow.ecom.com. So if you're starting a podcast, wanting to start a podcast, been dreaming about making a podcast, this is the time. So always remember that you can scan the QR code and send us questions on the volley, or you can email us directly at flow@ecam.com. One last thing, please stop by Apple Podcasts, leave us a review, and share it with your friends. Reviews and shares help out podcasts like nobody's business. So with that, Flow Riders, we out. Aloha.
Bye.
Thanks, Harmony.